The automotive world was stunned. On September 13, 2025, Mercedes-Benz dropped a press release that changed everything. The future is Flux. No flashy motor show, just a sudden announcement that sent shockwaves through the industry. The YASA Flux engine wasn't just another electric motor. It was a declaration of war on the status quo. Mercedes spoke of paradigm shifts and redefining performance, signaling a new era. For years, electric vehicles had been about small improvements. Now, Mercedes had flipped the script. The silence from rivals was telling. No one saw this coming. In Stuttgart, the future had been quietly engineered, and now it was unleashed. The YASA Flux engine sounded like science fiction, evocative, powerful, mysterious. Mercedes, long a symbol of luxury, now felt raw and untamed. They weren't just joining the electric race. They were rewriting the rules. The message, the era of quiet, polite EVs, was over. This was a calculated, high-impact move. By bypassing the usual hype, Mercedes made sure the world paid attention. Their legacy of innovation was alive and leading. The established order, startups and tech giants, had been put on notice. The German giant had awoken, wielding a new kind of power. The world of cars would never be the same. Journalists scrambled, engineers obsessed, and enthusiasts buzzed with excitement. The YASA Flux engine was more than a product. It was a statement. The revolution had begun. So, what is the YASA Flux engine? Let's cut through the hype. It's not just another electric motor. It's an axial flux motor, a radical departure from the radial flux motors in most EVs. YASA stands for yokeless and segmented armature, hinting at its unique engineering. Picture a pancake instead of a can. The magnetic forces run parallel to the axle, not outward. This design is more efficient, compact, and powerful. Axial flux motors aren't new, but Mercedes has perfected and scaled them for mass production. They've taken a niche technology and made it road-ready. The result? Smaller, lighter, and more powerful motors that can go the distance. It's a breakthrough that could change how every electric car is built. Mercedes has turned a clever idea into a real-world revolution. Why is axial flux such a big deal? Traditional radial flux motors are cylindrical, with a lot of material not directly producing torque. Axial flux motors flip the design. Disc-shaped rotors and stators, with magnetic flux traveling along the axis. This means almost all the copper and iron are working to produce torque, minimizing dead weight. The result? More power in a smaller, lighter package. Axial flux motors deliver massive torque instantly, perfect for that EV punch. The YASA design keeps that torque coming across a wide speed range. Designers now have new freedom. These flat motors can fit in places radial motors can't. Imagine motors at each wheel, or slim units tucked into tight spaces. Mercedes hasn't just made a new motor, they've given car designers a new toolkit. The possibilities for performance and packaging are endless. This is a true leap forward. The YASA Flux engine's power-to-weight ratio is game-changing. Early numbers suggest up to 4 times the power density of today's best motors. That means a 400 horsepower motor could weigh what a 100 horsepower one used to. Lighter motors mean lighter cars, better handling, and more efficiency. Every part of the car benefits. Smaller subframes, lighter suspension, even smaller brakes. Mercedes can build cars with more power and range, or make them hundreds of kilos lighter. High-performance models will shatter acceleration records. Family cars will be quicker and more spacious. Efficiency gains mean longer range or smaller, cheaper batteries. By tackling motor weight and efficiency, Mercedes is solving EV's biggest challenges. The YASA Flux engine isn't just a performance upgrade, it's a revolution for the whole EV ecosystem. The YASA Flux engine will transform driving. Instant sustained torque means acceleration feels telepathic. No lag, just pure response. In future AMG hypercars, motors at each wheel could deliver torque vectoring with mind-bending precision. Cornering, traction, and agility will reach new heights. The sound will change too, a futuristic whine, not a V8 roar, but thrilling in its own way. G-forces will be more intense, the experience more visceral. Everyday driving will be smoother and more refined. One-pedal driving will be seamless and efficient. The YASA Flux engine makes cars not just faster, but smarter and more enjoyable. It's a new era of driving excitement and control. The industry's stunned silence spoke volumes. Mercedes rivals now face a tough choice: double down on old tech or pivot to axial flux. BMW, Audi, and others can't afford to fall behind. Engineers everywhere are scrambling to understand and replicate the YASA breakthrough. Even Tesla, long the EV leader, must take notice. Mercedes has attacked in a new arena. The supply chain will shift overnight. Old suppliers may struggle. New ones will thrive. The arms race for next-gen motors is on. No one can afford to stand still. Mercedes' move will reshape the industry, creating new winners and losers. The pace of innovation just accelerated, dramatically. With the YASA Flux engine, Mercedes has launched a new era. This is a turning point, like the turbocharger or the first hybrid. The old guard has proven it can still lead with true innovation. The limitations of weight, size, and power density are shattered. Electric cars will soon be lighter, faster, and more agile than ever. As costs drop, this tech will reach every segment, from supercars to city runabouts. The YASA Flux engine accelerates the shift to sustainable, exciting transportation. Mercedes has seized the narrative and redefined performance. The future isn't just electric, it's flux-powered, and the ride ahead will be incredible.